My husband tried to take half my $4.5 million winery in court. He walked away with $5,000 and $200,000 in debt. My husband's lawyer slid a napkin across the table and told the judge, she owes him half the winery, Your Honor. It's marital property. I stared at the napkin. It had $4.5 million scribbled on it in red ink. Is this a joke? I asked, my voice echoing in the silent courtroom. The judge didn't laugh. He looked at me over his glasses. Mrs. Sterling, your husband claims he was integral to the business. Do you have a rebuttal? I'm Elena, 38. I spent 15 years building Sterling Vineyards from a patch of dirt into an award-winning estate. My husband, Chad, spent those same 15 years finding himself. He tried to be a DJ, then a life coach, then a crypto investor. His only contribution to the winery was drinking the inventory. 6 months ago, I found the texts. Chad, just a few more months, babe. Once the harvest check's clear, I'll divorce the ice queen and we'll take half. He wasn't just cheating with my marketing in turn. He was timing his exit to maximize the payout. I didn't scream. I didn't throw a vase. I hired a forensic accountant and a shark named Mr. Blackwood. Now, in the courtroom, Chad was preening. He wore a suit I bought him, checking his watch like he had somewhere better to be. I designed the logo, Chad told the judge, lying through his teeth. I managed the social media. We were partners. His lawyer, a guy who looked like he chased ambulances, nodded vigorously. Mr. Sterling sacrificed his own career to support his wife's dream. He is entitled to 50% of the asset appreciation. That's when the real bombshell dropped. I stood up. I didn't have a napkin. I had a leather-bound binder. Your Honor, I said, my voice steady. I'd like to submit Exhibit A, the operating agreement of Sterling Vineyards, dated 2008. Chad rolled his eyes. We signed that forever ago. It's outdated. The judge opened the binder. He read the first page, then the second. His eyebrows climbed into his hairline. Mr. Sterling, the judge said, looking at Chad with a strange expression. Did you read this document before you signed it? I don't know. Chad scoffed. Elena handles the paperwork. It's just boilerplate. Boilerplate? The judge chuckled, a dry, dangerous sound. This document designates the business as a sole and separate property trust. It explicitly states that any spouse of the owner is classified as a contractor with no equity interest. Chad froze. What? And here, the judge pointed to a clause. Section 4. In the event of divorce, the non-owner spouse forfeits all claims to business assets in exchange for a one-time severance payment of $5,000. Heat climbed Chad's neck. That's not legal. She tricked me. Your signature is notarized, the judge said. And there's a video of the signing. My lawyer played the clip on the court monitor. There was Chad, 24 years old, laughing as he signed the papers. I don't care about the business stuff. Video, Chad said, waving a beer bottle. Just keep the cash flowing, babe. I'm an artist, not an accountant. The courtroom was dead silent. Even the stenographer stopped typing. Chad's lawyer looked like he wanted to vanish. He started shoving papers into his briefcase. Your Honor, Chad stammered, standing up. I was young. I didn't know the winery would be worth millions. You gambled on your wife's failure, the judge said, closing the binder. And you lost. But the debt, Chad yelled, pointing at me. We have $200,000 in credit card debt. That's marital. I pulled out a second document. Actually, I said, according to the prenuptial agreement you also didn't read, all debts incurred for non-marital purposes remain the sole responsibility of the debtor. I held up the credit card statements. $40,000 for gambling, $60,000 for a failed crypto coin, $15,000 for Tiffany jewelry I never received. These look like personal hobbies to me, I said. The judge slammed his gavel. Judgment for the respondent. The winery remains solely with Mrs. Sterling. Mr. Sterling is awarded his contractual severance of $5,000. He is also solely responsible for his $200,000 personal debt. Case dismissed. Chad slumped into his chair, looking like a deflated balloon. $5,000? He whispered. That won't even cover my lawyer. Then you better get a job, I said, walking past him. Elena, wait, he called out, desperate. We can fix this. I still love you. I turned back at the door. You don't love me, Chad. You love the lifestyle. And the eviction notice is already on the counter.